Under the cloak of night, Aravind hurries down the deserted village road, his youth shadowed by anxiety. The only witnesses to his hurried steps are the distant street lamp and the cold glow of his phone screen. Each tick of his watch seems to amplify his growing unease, his eyes darting nervously in the dim light. The silence of the village weighs heavily, broken only by the hurried rhythm of Aravind's footsteps. His face, illuminated by the phone, is a mask of worry, each passing moment heightening the tension. He glances around one last time, a desperate plea in his eyes, before vanishing into the darkness. Inside Aravind's home, tension fills the air as he clashes with his mother. His voice, tight with barely suppressed frustration, echoes in the room. He abruptly snatches his phone from the table, a silent act of defiance. "I promise to be home soon," Aravind declares, his words hanging in the balance between assurance and a desperate plea. Under the cloak of night, Aravind approaches the cemetery entrance, his steps hesitant. Towering, rusted iron gates loom before him, their shadows stretching long and menacing. A gust of wind whispers through the ancient metal, causing the gates to creak with an ominous groan. Aravind's eyes dart around, his face etched with a nervous apprehension as he scans the surroundings. Taking a deep breath, he steels himself, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and forgotten memories. With a resolute step, Aravind crosses the threshold, the iron gates seeming to sigh closed behind him. Under the cloak of night, Aravind treads along a cemetery path, where shadows stretch long and distorted from the ancient stones. The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and forgotten memories, each step muffled by overgrown grass. Tombstones lean precariously, their weathered inscriptions barely legible under the dim starlight. Aravind's phone flashlight cuts through the darkness, a fragile beam dancing across names and dates etched in stone. Each flicker of light reveals a story, a life now silent beneath the watchful gaze of the ages. A faint, rhythmic pulse echoes, resonating in the silence. The heartbeat grows, a subtle undercurrent in the darkness. It intensifies, each beat throbbing with primal energy. The sound swells, a life force unleashed into the world. Along a desolate cemetery path, Aravind quickens his pace, his unease growing with each step. Paranoia gnaws at him as he glances nervously over his shoulder into the silent expanse. The shadows of tombstones stretch long and menacing as his anxiety intensifies. He sees nothing but the endless rows of graves, yet the feeling of being watched persists. A rhythmic thumping begins to fill the air, a haunting heartbeat echoing in the stillness. The heartbeat grows louder, each pulse a stark reminder of his mounting dread, driving him forward into the darkness. On the dark cemetery path, Aravind halts abruptly, his breath clouding the cold night air. Footsteps echo ominously on the gravel behind him, breaking the silence. Aravind whirls around, a sudden, sharp movement born of fear. The beam of his flashlight slices through the oppressive darkness, seeking the source of the sound. The light dances nervously, illuminating the path ahead, but revealing only deeper shadows. An eerie silence blankets the cemetery path, broken only by the mournful rustling of wind through ancient trees. A lone figure walks, their breath catching in their throat, a visible shiver of unease. The wind whispers secrets through the leaves, playing tricks on the senses. A desperate attempt at self-assurance, a fragile denial spoken into the stillness. It was just my imagination. But the shadows deepen, and the wind seems to mock their words with a chilling gust. Aravind walks along the desolate cemetery path, the silence broken only by the crunch of gravel under his feet. His hand trembles, a visible tremor of fear as he clutches his phone like a lifeline. The insistent, rhythmic thumping of a heartbeat pierces the air, an unnerving soundtrack to his solitude. Each step deeper into the graveyard amplifies the dread, the sound growing louder, more persistent. His face is etched with growing terror, the oppressive atmosphere of the cemetery closing in around him. The world is plunged into an unnerving silence, every sound abruptly cut off, as if by an unseen hand. Even the vital rhythm of a heartbeat fades into nothingness, leaving an echoing void. The absence of sound is a heavy blanket, suffocating and profound. An intense stillness descends, amplifying the sense of isolation and dread. The lingering echo of the vanished heartbeat serves as a haunting reminder of what was now lost in the abyss of silence. Amidst the silent stones of the cemetery, Aravind startles, the sudden ring of his phone shattering the quiet. His eyes widen in disbelief as he stares at the screen, an inexplicable dread creeping into his heart. A chilling realization dawns as the narration whispers. The call is from his own number. The cemetery air grows heavy, charged with an unseen presence as Aravind grapples with the impossible call. On the somber cemetery path, Aravind's hand trembles as he answers the insistent ring of his phone. The distant, mournful cries of crows echo in the air as he brings the device to his ear. His breath hitches, a visible tremor running through him as the first words reach his ears. Aravind's eyes widen, reflecting an abyss of escalating fear. The weight of unseen dread presses down on him amidst the silent stones. In the dimly lit apartment, a lone figure is silhouetted against the faint city glow, a phone pressed tightly to their ear. A chilling silence fills the room, heavy with unspoken dread. As tension coils around them, a disembodied voice shatters the quiet, its words laced with menace. "Why are you in my graveyard?" The figure tenses, a sudden chill permeating the air as the chilling question hangs ominously. Under the watchful gaze of ancient headstones, Aravind walks along the dark cemetery path. A sudden, chilling voice from the darkness startles him. Aravind stumbles backward in terror, his phone slipping from his trembling fingers and clattering onto the stones. His eyes dart around frantically, desperately trying to pierce the veil of shadows. Every rustle of leaves, every creak of a branch sends shivers down his spine as he searches for the source of the disembodied voice. The cemetery seems to hold its breath, waiting as Aravind's fear escalates with each passing moment. On the desolate cemetery path, Aravind's hands tremble as he snatches up his phone, the cold dread of isolation creeping in. The screen flickers erratically, a dance of static mocking his desperation. Frantically, he jabs at the screen, each tap a desperate plea for connection. The phone stubbornly displays no signal, a digital echo of his growing despair. Panic tightens its grip as Aravind realizes he is utterly alone, swallowed by the cemetery's silent embrace. Under the cloak of night, Aravind is swallowed by the cemetery, his every breath echoing among the silent stones. He runs, a desperate figure weaving through rows of tombstones that seem to watch with cold indifference. Each shadow cast by the moonlit markers twists into mocking shapes, amplifying his mounting fear. The air grows heavy with the scent of damp earth and forgotten memories, as Aravind frantically seeks an escape from this haunting maze. Under the cloak of night, Aravind stumbles through the silent cemetery, shadows stretching like grasping hands. A sudden, jarring trip sends him sprawling, the world spinning into a blur of stone and darkness. The sickening thud of his head against cold stone echoes in the stillness. He collapses onto the unforgiving earth, his body a motionless silhouette against the ancient tombstones. Silence descends once more, broken only by the whisper of wind through the graveyard. Aravind lies still, swallowed by the shadows, the cemetery holding its breath. Under the pale light of day, grim-faced villagers huddle together, a somber gathering at the cemetery entrance. Exhaustion etches deep lines on their faces, a testament to the sleepless night spent searching for Aravind. A palpable tension hangs in the air, each villager grappling with mounting fear and unspoken dread. The cemetery looms behind them, its silent stones bearing witness to their desperate vigil. Under the solemn sky, Suresh walks through the cemetery, the silence broken only by the crunch of gravel under his feet. Suddenly, a glint of sunlight catches his eye, a beacon in the sea of stone. He squints, his curiosity piqued, a silent question forming on his lips. Cautiously, Suresh approaches the source, his heart pounding with anticipation and unease. Suresh's breath hangs in the frigid air of the cemetery, each gasp a visible testament to his shock. Aravind's phone rests silently on a weathered tombstone, its screen casting an eerie glow in the solemn surroundings. The phone continues to record, capturing the unfolding drama amidst the silent witnesses of the dead. The cold stone beneath the phone contrasts sharply with the warmth of the still active device, a stark juxtaposition of life and death. An unsettling quiet descends, broken only by Suresh's ragged breaths and the unseen recording of Aravind's phone. Under the harsh hum of fluorescent lights, Inspector Ravi leans in, his face etched with concern. The air in the small village police station is thick with unspoken tension. Aravind's phone recording scratches through the silence, a chilling whisper that invades the room. Ravi's brow furrows deeper, the weight of the unseen pressing down on him. Each tinny syllable from the recording tightens the knot of dread in the small, sterile space. Under the cloak of night, a cemetery sleeps, its silent stones guarding secrets of the past. Aravind's phone flashlight slices through the oppressive darkness, a beacon in the realm of shadows. The beam dances over weathered tombstones, each a silent sentinel of forgotten lives. Finally, the light settles, illuminating a name etched in stone: Elias Thorne. The inscription stands stark against the night, a haunting echo from a bygone era. In the heart of the village library, Inspector Ravi sits immersed among towering shelves of dusty, forgotten books. Under the dim light, he pores over ancient documents, his brow furrowed with intense concentration, seeking answers in the aged pages. After what seems like an eternity, a passage leaps out from the brittle parchment, revealing the name, Elias Thorne. The text unveils Thorne as a notorious grave robber who terrorized the village centuries ago. His dark deeds finally met with execution. Under the cloak of night, Inspector Ravi ventures into the silent cemetery, his silhouette a stark contrast against the ancient tombstones. He halts before Elias Thorne's tombstone, the cold stone radiating an unnatural chill into the night air. A sudden, biting cold grips him, raising goosebumps on his arms, as if the very earth is exhaling its secrets. The wind whispers through the gnarled trees, carrying with it a faint, almost imperceptible sound that hints at unseen mysteries. In the dead of night, amidst the silent stones of the cemetery, Aravind's phone lies abandoned on a cold tombstone. The phone screen flickers with a sinister life of its own, the digital display glitching with increasing menace. A horrifying image emerges from the chaos: Aravind's own face, twisted in terror, eyes wide with unimaginable fear. The recording continues its descent into madness, the audio devolving into a deafening wall of static.